Good day, grade 7 learners. We are now in quarter 2, week 5. It is entitled Laws of Exponent. In quarter 2, week 5, we have two learning competencies. The first one is to derive the laws of exponent, and the second one is to multiplies and divides polynomials. Are you ready? So let us now start. The first one is laws of exponent. So we have here an algebraic expression. So a is the base and the 2 is the exponent, or we can call it power or indices. So we have here an example. So 3 is our base and the 2 there is our exponent. So the exponent are also called powers or indices, as I said a while ago. And the exponent of a number says how many times to use that number in multiplication. So we have 3 times 3. So the 2 there is our exponent. Therefore, we use the 3 2 times. So we will multiply 3 by itself 2 times. So what is 3 times 3? That is 9. Very good. So let's first have the first law of exponent. We have n times. N times said that the base multiplies by n times to itself. So we have here a raised to n. So a times a times a times a times that and so on and so on. So example, we have here 2 raised to 4. So 2 raised to 4 is equal to 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. We will multiply 2 by itself 4 times. So 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, that is equal to 16. And we have here another example, 9 cubed. So we will multiply 9 by itself 3 times. So 9 times 9 times 9, that is equal to 729. So that is the first law. And the second law is power of powers. It tells us that to raise a power to a power, just multiply the exponent. So here's an example. So the quantity of a raised to m raised to n is equal to a raised to m times n. So example, we have here the quantity of a raised to 4 raised to 2. Therefore, we will just multiply the exponent. We will have a raised to 4 times 2, and 4 times 2, that is equal to 8. Therefore, our answer is a raised to 8. And another one is 9 cubed raised to the power of 4. So we will just multiply 3 and 4, or the exponents, and 3 times 4, that is equal to 12. Therefore, our final answer is 9 raised to 12. The third law is product of a power. It tells us that when multiplying two powers that have the same base, you can add the exponent. So product of a power, we will just add the exponent if they have the same base. And the operation is multiplication. We have here a raised to m times a raised to n. Therefore, if they have the same base and the operation is multiplication, we will just add the exponent. That is equal to a raised to m plus n. So example, b raised to 4 times b raised to 2. They have the same base, which is b, and the operation is multiplication, and therefore we will just add the exponent. So b raised to 4 plus 2. So what is 4 plus 2? Very good, that is 6. Therefore, our final answer is b raised to 6. And another one, 9 cubed times 9 raised to 4. So we have the same base, which is 9. Therefore, let us just add the exponent. 9 raised to 3 plus 4. And the answer is 9 raised to 7. The next law is quotient of a power. So it tells us that we can divide two powers with the same base by subtracting the exponent. So here's an example. A raised to m divided by a raised to n, that is equal to a raised to m minus n. So if we have b raised to 4 divided by b raised to 2, so they have the same base, which is b, and the operation is division. Therefore, let's just subtract the exponent. So b raised to 4 minus 2, and that is equal to b squared. Another one is 9 raised to 6 divided by 9 cubed. So they have the same base, which is 9. And let's just subtract the exponent. So 9 raised to 6 minus 3, and that is equal to 9 cubed. The next law is law for zero exponent. So it tells us that any non-zero number raised to the power of 0, that is always equal to 1. Example, a raised to 0, that's equal to 1. But take note that a must not equal to 0. So example, b raised to 0, so any number except for 0 that is raised to 0 or have a power of 0, the answer is equal to 1. So b raised to 0, that is equal to 1. And another one is here. We have 10 million raised to 0. Still, even 10 million is a large number, if it is raised to 0, that is always equal to 1. The next law is law for negative exponent. So it tells us that any non-zero number raised to a negative power, it is equal to its reciprocal raised to the opposite positive power. So example, a raised to negative n, so it is equal to reciprocal raised to the opposite positive power. Therefore, a raised to negative n, that is equal to 1 over a raised to n. So another one is 1 over a raised to negative n. So reciprocal raised to the opposite positive power, and that is equal to a raised to n. So example, a raised to negative 4, it is equal to 1 over a raised to 4. And another one is 1 over 4 raised to the negative 3, and that is equal to 4 cubed. Now we are done in the laws of exponent. Let us now proceed to multiplication and division of polynomials. Let us first talk about multiplication. So multiplication is represented by the sign of cross, it can be asterisk, it can be dot, and also it can be parenthesis. So here we have 10 times 5 equals 50. So what are the parts of multiplication? So we have the first one is multiplicand, then the multiplier, and their answer is the product. So we have here rules in multiplying polynomials. The first one is monomial by monomial. So the step is first multiply the coefficient and then multiply the variables using the laws of exponent. So we have here 2a squared multiplied by 3a raised to 4. So first multiply the coefficient. We have 2 times 3, and then copy the base or copy the variable. Then using the laws of exponent, we will add the exponent. So since the operation is multiplication, so the exponent are 2 and 4, so let's add them up, and we will have the final answer as 6a raised to 6. Another one, 3b cubed multiplied by 3b raised to the 5th power. So multiply the coefficient, which is 3 times 3, and then b, and then add the exponent. 3 plus 5, that is equal to 8. Therefore, our final answer is 9b raised to 8. The second rule is monomial by polynomial. So we will just use the distributive property and then apply the rules in multiplying monomial by monomial. So example, a times the quantity of 3a squared plus a minus 7. Let us apply the distributive property. A times 3a squared, so put it there, a times 3a squared, plus, next we will distribute a to the second term, which is a. So a times a, so there you go, plus, let us now distribute a to the last term, which is negative 7, a times negative 7, and then After we distribute the a, or the monomial, let us now apply the rules in multiplying monomial by monomial. We will have a times 3a squared, that is 3a cubed, plus a times a, that is a squared, and then a times negative 7, that is negative 7a. And then let us simplify that. We will have the final answer as 3a cubed plus a squared minus 7a. The next rule is binomial by binomial. So when we are multiplying binomial to another binomial, we will just use the FOIL method. So example, 2x plus 3 multiplied by the binomial term 5x minus 8. So FOIL method stands for F for first term, O for outer term, I for inner term, and then L for last term. So first, we will multiply the f, which is the first term. We have 2x and 5x, multiply it, and we will have 10x squared. Then O, outer term, we will have 2x and then negative 8, multiply them up, that is equal to negative 16x. And then the inner terms, which is 3 and 5x, when we multiply that, and that is equal to 15x. And lastly, the last term, which is 3 and negative 8. So when we multiply 3 and negative 8, that is equal to negative 24. So the quantity 2x plus 3 times the quantity of 5x minus 8, that is equal to 10x squared minus 16x plus 15x minus 24. So for the simplification, we will have 10x squared minus x minus 24. The next rule is polynomial by polynomial. So here is how we multiply polynomial to another polynomial. We will just distribute the first term of the first polynomial to each term of the other polynomial, and then repeat that procedure up to the last term and simplify the result by combining similar terms. So example, the quantity of a plus 5 multiplied to the quantity of 3a squared minus 5a plus 10. That is equal to a times 3a squared minus 5a plus 10, and then plus 5 times the quantity of 3a squared minus 5a plus 10, and then distribute a, that is equal to 3a cubed minus 5a squared plus 10a, plus, then we will distribute the 5, 15a squared minus 25a plus 50, and then combining similar terms, we will have the final answer as 3a cubed plus 10a squared minus 15a plus 50. Next, let us talk about division. So division, it is splitting into equal parts or group. So we use the obolus symbol or sometimes the slash symbol to mean divide. So we have 9 divided by 5, that is equal to 1 remainder 4. So 9, that is our dividend, 5, that is our divisor, and 1 is our quotient, and 4 is our remainder. So we have rules in dividing polynomials. We have first, polynomial by monomial. So we will just divide each term of the polynomials by the given divisor. So example, 3x cubed minus 6x squared plus 9x, let us divide that by 3x. So we will just distribute the divisor in each term of the dividend. So 3x cubed divided by 3x plus negative 6x squared divided by 3x plus 9x also divided by 3x, and then use the rule in quotient of a power in the laws of exponent. So 3x cubed divided by 3x, that is equal to x squared, and negative 6x squared minus 3x, that is equal to negative 2x, plus 9x divided by 3x, that is equal to 3. Therefore, when we divide 3x cubed minus 6x squared plus 9x by 3x, we will have x squared minus 2x plus 3. So the next rule is polynomial by polynomial. So how to divide polynomial by polynomial? So example, we will divide 5x squared minus x minus 6 by another polynomial into form of 5x plus 3. When we are dividing polynomial to another polynomial, is just we are like dividing an integer. So the dividend is inside and the divisor is on the outside. So 15x squared minus x minus 6, we will divide it by 5x plus 3. So the first step is we will divide the first term in the dividend, which is 15x squared, to the first term of our divisor, which is 5x. And 15x squared divided by 5x, that is equal to 3x. And then we will multiply 3x by 5x, and that is 15x squared. Also, we will multiply 3x by 3, and that is 9x. Then proceed to subtraction. 15x squared minus 15x squared, that's 0. And then negative x minus positive 9x, that is equal to negative 10x. And then bring down negative 6, and let us proceed to division again. So negative 10x divided by 5x, that is equal to negative 2. And then negative 2 times 5x, that is negative 10x. And then negative 2 times 3, that is equal to negative 6. After that, let us proceed to subtraction again. So negative 10x plus negative 10x, that's 0. And negative 6 minus negative 6, that is 0. Therefore, we have no remainder. And when we divide 15x squared minus x minus 6 by 5x plus 3, our answer is 3x minus 2. And that is how we divide polynomials. And that's all for the week 5 of Mathematics 7. I am Sir King, and have a great day. Bye!